Another division foe stands in our way between us and the World Series, and that's crazy to say, even with the season we've had. Here is what the Diamondbacks are going to throw out there against righties. It's Jake McCarthy at DH. Tel Marte not having a great, not having a great postseason. Corbin Carroll, a couple home runs. Josh Naylor, Jordan Lawler, Luis Rengifo, Gabby Moreno, who's doing have in just 8 at bats, however, hitting 500. Alec Thomas and Drew Jones being the top performer so far in this playoff run. Against lefties, it jazzes up a little bit with Marte leading off, Jordan Lawler batting second with Corbin Carroll, Naylor, Rengifo. William Contreras gets up there, and he has showed out against left-handed pitching, a .455 batting average so far. Brent Rooker also gets in the mix. He's doing pretty decently as well against lefties. Lourdes Gurriel again against lefties, and Drew Jones obviously having a real great year. So especially when you have a lot of lefties for us, J.J. Rose, Jesus Luzardo, who are getting the ball here to begin the series. We'll see if we jazz the lineup a little bit. Tommy Troy hasn't got in. So again, this is a great team that we're facing off against, and kind of separated themselves from the pack in the NL West all season. The pitching rotation looks like this. It is Chris Paddock, who's been great. Brandon Pfaadt pitched great. Michael King pitched great. Ryan Nelson, fun fact, pitched great. And Joe Musgrove hasn't even gone yet. They took care of their opponent in 4. We're going to check out their path to getting here in a moment, too. So far in the bullpen, Bryce Jarvis pitched an inning, got lit up a little bit. Kyle Nelson has been locked down in the bullpen through 4 innings. Andres Munoz got an out. Landon Sims got in there. And Adbert Alzolay has given up a couple runs, but has gotten a few saves as well. Check out our rotation, what we've done so far. 14 innings, 11 strikeouts for Jesus Luzardo. Bobby White has been borderline untouchable all postseason. J.J. Rose has done some great things for us in this postseason, especially that Game 1 against Chicago. And Bud Leonard fell off the rails a little bit in that 7th inning, but still gave you 6 strong innings, and it would have been a lot better performance if he didn't give up those runs like he did. Jimmy Herget hasn't got in yet. For guys who have gotten in, Mark Garcia got in last game, saved by Shea Langoliers. He didn't have the best of outings. Bo Brisky has been great. Vinny Garcia shut down. Riley Pint fucking nails. Brandon Barrera, he's done well. And Gabe Spire has done great in his appearances too. So not many things to look at this rotation and come away with any bad reviews. Our lineup, here's what we've done so far. Stephen Kwan still trying to get it going, but Amador, Jones, they've been fantastic. Chisholm has been okay. Gorman had himself a couple really good games, but has been silent for the majority of this postseason. Langoliers, clearly our hero. And Tovar, Zach Veen, and Fernandez has given us some moments, but needs some more consistent production from them. Here's how the Diamondbacks got here. 4-game series win against the New York Mets. Just there's one loss here. Marcel Busch, the Rookie of the Year, getting the win for the Mets here in this one. But they got us now, and it's a whole different animal when you face off against the Rockies. NLCS just getting underway. I cannot believe still the path we have taken. We have taken down the Dodgers. We have taken down the Cubs. Now it is division foe Arizona, the Diamondbacks, who went to a World Series not too long ago, has come back. They've won a World Series not too long ago, and they're looking to go again, maybe even win again. We'll see what they can do with the defending world champs, the Diamondbacks, and they have us now. A team that has been the top of the NL West all season long. They went out. They've been adding ever since I've been the GM of the Rockies. We finally have added the pieces we need to compete And it might be surprising to you or even me, but not for this team. This team believed in their talent all season long, and they have come through. And they are one step away from their first World Series appearance in 21 years. 2007, their first and only. Now they're looking to get back to the World Series yet again. Hero of last round. It was Shea Langoliers with a walk-off home run to get us to this point at Coors Field, the most electric atmosphere I have seen. Again, we've taken down the Dodgers, taken down the number 1 seeded Cubs. Now we got the Snakes. Chris Paddock, 1 game so far, 7 strong innings against the Mets, 8 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody, striking out 35% of the guys he's faced. Steven Kwan with a 3-0 count to begin things and takes ball 4. So an automatic free pass to start the game off here for the Rockies. Adael Amador, his first pitch he sees, ropes it down. Great play by Josh Naylor, tags the bag, flips it over to Jordan Lawler, and that will do it for the first 2 outs just like that. You got 1 there, spectacular throw back. Not much you can do, 2 outs quickly for the Diamondbacks. Nolan Jones, his first rip. He takes us 1 deep left center field, and it's going to be, I believe, that is Gurriel back there to put it away. And a 1-2-3 inning, unconventional, but 3 up, 3 down nonetheless for the Diamondbacks. It's Marte, Lawler, and Carroll coming up. They'll face off against J.J. Rose, who started Game 1 of the NLCS versus the Cubs, was solid. Locked down for 6 strong innings. Now the rookie looking to start the NLCS for us. Ketel Marte, 0-2, make it 0-3. Strikeout to start off the ball game for J.J. Rose. Has really gotten those strikeout numbers ticked up here in the postseason. And gets Marte behind on the fastball. Was thinking off speed on the 0-2 count. He got some cheese right by him. Jordan Lawler. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. 1-2-3 goes him. That's the second strikeout to begin the day for J.J. Rose. Little curveball down in the dirt. And he swings right over the top of the pitch that Marte thought he was going to get. They end up giving it to Lawler. And then Corbin Carroll with 2 strikes on him. Won't quite strike out here, but will fly out. And that will be Jazz Chisholm to put it away. So a clean first inning for both teams. 0 still on the scoreboard as we head into the second inning of the NLCS. Chisholm, Gorman, Langoliers coming up for the Rockies. Nothing doing for the Rockies crew, so we see the Diamondbacks up 1 more time, and Josh Naylor will be the second base runner of the game, first for Arizona, first hit of the day from either side, and he is on first base. However, J.J. Rose making quick work of everybody else, and Brent Rooker grounds it to Nolan Jones, goes the short way to Amador at second base, and that will do it for the second inning. Just 1 hit, thanks to Josh Naylor, tied up at 0 apiece. To go into the third inning. Still nothing doing by the offense of the Rockies and nothing doing here for the offense of the Diamondbacks. We're steamrolling through this one. Another strikeout by J.J. Rose. And still nothing offensively for the Rockies. Got that leadoff walk, but nothing else since then. Amador comes up for the second time, and he crushes it. Amador, get out ball. Home run. He has been on fire, has key home runs in every round now, and gets the scoring started. 454 feet, the third home run for Amador. And the Rockies take the first lead of the NLCS. Pitch just left over the middle too much. Chris Paddock has been extremely solid for the Diamondbacks over his tenure here, and Amador does not give a hoot. Puts that one into the seats. It's 1-0 Rockies. 3-2 count to Jazz Chisholm. He will let that one go outside for a ball. And the fourth ball of the plate appearance gets him on first base. Nolan Gorman, 2 strikes on him, and pops up the fastball. Teed it up. Chisholm was on the move, but unfortunately just got under it too much. Couldn't square it up the way we thought maybe that swing would have suggested. Amador, regardless, gets us on the board. 1-0 Rockies. It's the Diamondbacks' time to bat here in the 4th inning. J.J. Rose, extremely solid for us today, but Josh Naylor gets him for the second time. J.J.'s been awesome since coming up and making his major league debut. Had an ERA sitting around 3 all season long, striking out guys, getting big outs when he needs it, just like here. And again, had a very strong performance in his first ever postseason game and is well on his way for another strong performance here. Nothing on the scoreboard, and would have no hits if it weren't for Josh Naylor. Gets both of them. Shea Langoliers will lead us off here in the top of the 5th inning. Paddock, 51 pitches, only 1 mistake. Make it 2! Shea Langoliers, is it fair? Is it fair? Yes, sir, it is! Home run to end it last game. Home run to get us started in this one. 3rd home run of the postseason. Back-to-back games with 1. And now our 2nd home run of the day. 2nd run of the day. And Langoliers clears the wall against Paddock. Kept it fair. And there we go. Ezequiel Tovar is going to work a walk. Zach Veen lays into this one. This gets into the outfield. So now the Rockies offense starting to pick things up. Home run, walk, single in this inning alone. What can we do with it? Top of the order coming up as well. Old familiar, Adael Amador after a Quan flyout moved the runner up. And that will do it. Will be a sharply hit ground ball on the ground. Langoliers gets her only run. We're starting to get to Chris Paddock, which is awesome to see. Langoliers just bending that one fair. It's 2-0 Rockies in game number 1. William Contreras gets another hit. He's done exceptional against lefties this postseason, his whole career, really. So I'm not too mad that he gets a hit off a rookie lefty. Inconsequential hit as Amador actually pops up off of his glove. Tovar into center field to chase it down. Luckily, Amador got a hand on it. If not, that ball probably gets into center field cleanly, and Contreras scores. Now a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. Can he get it? Drew Jones won't need it. Swings over the top of the curveball. J.J. Rose pitching under pressure, what he's done all postseason. And watch this pitch. Just dies as soon as he goes to swing it. 1,500 spin rate. 7 inches of drop. And that ball just... As soon as he registered fastball on his head, it became a curveball, and that's what the greats do. Canel Marte, really good against lefties, really good with runners on scoring position. Almost got the first run for the Diamondbacks right there. Yanquiel Fernandez stabs it, and that will do it for the inning. So, a couple hits, but nothing coming of it. And it's a good job by J.J. Rose to get out of it, preventing a run from scoring. Yumin Lin is going to check in here. 91 to 95 miles per hour on the fastball. It's his first appearance in this postseason. He will get the Rockies lineup from here on out. We have chased Chris Paddock out. And a clean inning for Lin. Clean inning for Rose as he strikes out Naylor to end the 6th. So JJ basically redoing his performance against the Cubs. And he has been fantastic. Bottom 7 now, back out there. The Rockies offense going a little dormant. It's been those 2 home runs, and that's about it. Rose gives up a hit to Rengifo, who does really well against lefties. Now faces Brett Rooker, who does really good against lefties, and he lays into this one. This is going to hit off the wall. Quan fields it cleanly, throws it in. Will Rengifo test? He will. He's coming to home. Tovar, the throw. It's beautiful, but just not in time. Rengifo just quick enough, and Brent Rooker strikes first for the Snakes. That ball left over the mill, and Rooker puts it off the wall there in left center field and just gets enough of it to score the run, and that will do it Poor J.J. Rose. He was fantastic. 6 1/3. 1 run given up is responsible for the man at second base, but we're going to turn over to Riley Pint. 3 appearances, 3 2/3, shut down. Has not given up a run. Has struck out more than half the batters he's faced and has limited damage from both sides of the plate against him. He has Drew Jones and gets him to pop up there. So Pint comes in, shuts the door, gets 2 outs, and keeps this lead at 1. It's 2-1 Rockies. Brent Rooker, however, coming through, getting a big hit against J.J. Rose. Drives in Rengifo. Still anyone's ball game. Pint stays out there for the 8th. Ketel Marte, glad he is. See Benny Montgomery out there as we have pinch hit Zach Veen for him as Yu-Min Lin being a lefty. We've seen what Montgomery has done against lefties so far against the Cubs. He was exquisite against them, and we're going to bring in Gabe Spire early in this one. Spire, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 of 2 on save opportunities. Struggled to get righties out, but has really been dominant against lefties. Has given up that home run we saw against Torkelson. And Corbin Carroll is his assignment, and he continues what he's done against lefties all postseason and gets a big out against Corbin Carroll. Just blew it right by him, sinker up and in, couldn't quite get to it. And he gets Naylor on the next batter. So we bring him in for the matchup. We're going to keep him out there, try to get the save. Gabe Spire, up and down he's been. We got his version of up tonight as he strikes out 2 of the most dangerous hitters in this lineup and keeps us with a lead, 2-1. Haven't seen much from the Rockies offense tonight, and Yu-Min Lin is going to get Nolan Gorman to pop this one up, or fly this one up rather, and this is going to fall at the track. And that's it for regulation. We've gotten 2 runs on 2 home runs, and that's about it. Arizona coming up. Rengifo, Contreras, Rooker, all great against lefties, against our lefty closer. And we're actually going to make a change. It's going to be Bo Brisky coming out. We know how good those guys were against lefties, so we're bringing out Brisky. He gets Rengifo. Already a good move. 1 out. Contreras, 0-1 count. This one is hit sharply. Montgomery tries to cut it off. He can't get it. Be a double from Contreras. And now we're starting to sweat at our palms a little bit. William Contreras with a double. Brent Rooker, 3-2 count. He takes it upstairs. Ball 4. 2 on now, bottom of the order, and Jake McCarthy is going to come in to run. Get some speed. Now a sharply hit ball maybe wins this game. Gurriel Jr., after a long battle with Brisky, watches a slider at the knees. 4 out, number 2. Brisky, I don't know what he was looking for. That pitch wasn't exactly fantastic, but it gets the job done. Drew Jones hasn't done anything today. This one's hit well. It's deep. It is just foul. Oh, my God. And then he swings and misses. Drew Jones, almost the hero, becomes the 0. And the Rockies take game number 1 against the hosting Diamondbacks. And this story marches on. It continues here in Arizona. We take game number 1 from the Arizona Diamondbacks. You're just sweating the whole time here. Paddock, 5 innings. Wasn't terrible, but a couple walks. That pitch count got high. J.J. Rose, a stud for us. Langoliers and Amador drive in both runs. One of those games, we only had 3 hits. They had 8, yet we score 2 runs. They only get 1. Situational hitting, we hit them over the fence. They didn't. Just as simple as that, really. And sometimes it's all you can do is just have it be as simple as that. Good defense, some good pitching. Here's how our lineup stacked up. Zach Veen got a hit. Langoliers and Amador got those hits. We didn't strike out a whole bunch, only 2 total strikeouts. just one of those games where just BABIP unluck. Our bullpen shut everything. Our pitching shut everything down. 9 innings, only 1 hit given up, 11 strikeouts total. Naylor 2 hits, Contreras 2 hits, Rooker and Gurriel a hit apiece. The lefty Gillers got our lefties, but we silenced everyone out. Look at Yumin Lin, 4 perfect innings. Here we are as we go to game number 2 in the series. Still here in Arizona. Still here in Chase Field in Arizona. And it's the Rockies against the Diamondbacks. This time it's going to be Bud Leonard, our number 4 starter in our rotation, against their number 2 in the rotation. We'll actually see the pitching in just a second. Here's how the rest of the series will shape out. We have game 2 tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday if needed. We have games 3, 4, and 5 at our place. And it's going to be Brandon Pfaadt versus Bud Leonard is the pitching matchup we were looking for earlier. Here it is. If we can take a 2-0 lead into our house, where we only need to win, or if we can win 2 at home, we secure it. You love that. If we come out of here 1-1, I'm fine with that too. Still give us a chance to win it at home. We want to come out of here with the advantage. We already have the advantage. We've taken back home field. Brandon Pfaadt, complete game shut piece, 6 strikeouts. His first postseason appearance, or of this postseason. He was awesome. We're going to have to get to him often and early. Nolan Jones pops this one up, and this will be a clean inning for Pfaadt to begin the day. Game 2 starts with a pedestrian effort from the Rockies in the first inning, and they got Bud Leonard, who again was super good, extremely good in that first game. However, in that 7th inning, the train started falling off the tracks a bit. Chicago ended up getting it to him in that 3rd time through. 8 strikeouts and 6 in the 3rd. Look at that ERA versus that whip. A couple home runs given up and just couldn't quite handle that later inning. Maybe we have him on a shorter leash. Maybe we think he has something better tonight. 94 past Marte, and he strikes out. Corbin Carroll, I doubt he's going to strike out here. He's going to flip it the other way, and it will be a single. Corbin Carroll gets our first base runner of the day out of the way early. Without a hit in game 1, I believe. Gets a hit to begin game 2, and Josh Naylor, the guy with multiple hits in game 1, going to go down looking there against the righty. So Bud Leonard, 2 strikeouts, 1 base runner, no problems. Chisholm, Gorman, Langoliers, 4-5-6 for the Rockies, due up in the 2nd. Chisholm watches ball 4 in his debut plate appearance in game 2. And he will be on first base. We got speed on the base paths. Gorman couldn't do anything with it. Langoliers trying to. He'll get through the infield into right field. McCarthy fires it back to Marte. And we got 2 on, 1 out for the bottom portion of our lineup. Yanquiel Fernandez! Yanquiel! 3-run blast. Rockies take the lead. Only a matter of time before he got going. 442 feet on his first postseason home run. 116 off the bat. Absolutely pulverized into right field. And we take a big, big, big lead. 3-0 now. I don't want to say that's too big, but 3-0 lead to start things off. I'll take it any day of the week. Twice on Sunday. Yanquiel, big blast. Zach Veen trying to keep the rally going. He can't. Circle change, strikes out on it. Pfaadt lit up by Yanquiel Fernandez. It was a walk, a single, a home run. 3 runs on 2 hits. Pfaadt unhappy about it. And we got a nice little cushion for our pitching staff to go to work. The key to our postseason success has been this pitching staff. Nolan Jones 0 for 1 today. Make it 1 for 1. He is safe. A great effort by Lawler. But Nolan Jones does beat it out, is quick for his size. And then he's going to go and swipe second base later on in Jazz Chisholm's at bat. So now you see the speed on display. Beats out infield single, then takes second base off Moreno. And now 3-2 count for Chisholm. This is going to be stung, hit pretty well. That's going to get over the head of Carroll, and that's going to score a run. Maybe scores Nolan anyway from first, but that guarantees a run on that double. So great base stealing and base running and all that fun stuff from the Rockies here. And Jazz Chisholm delivers as he does ever since he put on the purple and black. Just been delivering. Going down as one of the best free agent signings in history of the franchise. And we have Larry Walker to compete with. Gorman strikes out there, so it is Chisholm who comes through and gives the Rockies their fourth run, driving in Nolan Jones with an RBI double. 4-0 Rockies as they enter the bottom half of the third inning. Alek Thomas will face off against Bud Leonard. He'll finally get them on the board. He tees off. He loves seeing the righty. And that is in the outfield for a home run. His first home run of the postseason. 109 off of his bat. He really got everything on that one. And that will not quite make this a close ball game, but it gets back to 3 runs. 3 runs isn't anything to scoff at, especially when you're at this stage of the game. It is nothing but good teams left, good offenses left. Leonard, however, settles down a little bit after that and gets a vicious strikeout. Ketel Marte curveball that ate him up. So Alek Thomas does lead off the inning with a blast, but Bud Leonard shakes it off easily and comes back with a strikeout to end the inning. 4-1 Rockies still in the lead as we head to that fourth inning. Alek Thomas took a second and admired that one. Don't blame him. That one was rocked. Jordan Lawler will be up here with 2 outs in the fourth inning. He's stinging a single into left field. So Rockies doing nothing in the top of the fourth inning. And Lawler getting in there and getting a single. Rengifo, he's up next. 0 for 1 on his day. Runners off and going, and he's going to be swiping second base. So Lawler single, then moves up to second base as the Diamondbacks trying to manufacture some runs with their legs now. Slide step and everything, but just too fast. Langoliers does have a cannon, but couldn't get Lawler there. Rengifo's going to swing and miss on the fastball. Strikeout, inning-ending strikeout for Leonard and the Rockies. He hops over that line and keeps this one at a 4-1 ball game. Steven Kwan finally getting some action down the line. And just like that, he's cut down. You think he finally gets one. Has yet to really show up in this postseason. Think he might have snuck one by Naylor. He stops, dives, and stops it. And able to track it down, flip it to the covering Fott. And just in time to get the speedy Kwan. Moreno right back up the middle, has nothing doing for the Rockies next couple of batters. And the fifth inning, it starts off with a base runner. Again, Moreno, single. Drew Jones popped up in the air, racing back is Kwan over his head. He's able to play it off the wall, throw it back in. Moreno chugging home. Actually, he will stay at third. Excuse me. Again, had to kind of wait a second. Seemed like maybe Kwan could have gotten to it, but ended up going up over his head. And it will be 2 runners in scoring position, 2 ducks on the pond, if you will. Leonard trying to get out of this. McCarthy, really, really good runners in scoring position. This one's high, not too deep. Kwan, under it, puts it away, comes home with it, and the run will score. As it's actually Alek Thomas scoring there. So some more speed. than previously thought. Del Marte 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. What can you do here? Trying to get another run for Arizona. And this is in the right field. Veen up, firing, throw, not in time. And they will get that run. So 5th inning, the big inning for Arizona. Bud Leonard starting to come off. The wheels starting to fall off a little bit. Starting to get hit around a bit. This is the 3rd time now through the order. Couldn't get the 3rd strikeout of Marte. Corbin Carroll will end it there with a strikeout. And we're done with 5 innings. The ball game all of a sudden. 4 runs for the Rockies early. Diamondbacks clawing and clawing and clawing ever since. And they're within a run. Halfway through this one. And that will be it for FOT. Bryce Jarvis is going to come in. So for the 2nd game in a row, we chased the starter early, only go 5 innings, and the 6th inning and beyond will be with the bullpen. Last game it was Heung-min Lin. Got 4 perfect innings out of the bullpen. See if they can get the same from Jarvis. Gets a 3 pass to Nolan Jones. Now Nolan's thinking 2. And he'll get cut down this time. Couldn't quite get the 2nd bag against Moreno. Moreno guns him down. Just like that, leadoff walk is eliminated. Nolan Jones slides in and is caught stealing. Just got ahead of the tag, or just got ahead of the runner. Tag was well in time. And Nolan Gorman skies it to right field. Corbin Carroll has a beat on it, and that will do it for the top half of the 6th inning. Mid-6 we go. Arizona silencing the Rockies' bats over the last couple of innings. And here we are. They're trying to tie this ball game up, maybe even take the lead. Rengifo down the line with 2 outs in the 6th. And this is going to skip off of the netting down there by the bullpen. And Rengifo's in there with a 2-out double. Keep things interesting in this inning. And now Moreno into center field. The throw will not be in time, and that is your tie ball game. Got the first 2 batters out. But then Rengifo, Moreno coming through. Doing the darn thing. And ties this ball game up. It is brand new here in the 6th. Leonard still out there. Faces Thomas again. Gets revenge. High fastball. Couldn't get to it. But that's it. That's it. It's a tie ball game. We got 3 more innings to decide this one. 0-0 as far as I'm concerned. 4 runs, 4 hits for the Rockies. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Diamondbacks. And Bud Leonard gives up 4 runs yet again. In the top of the 7th inning, Langoliers spits on that pitch. He will go to first base on the walk with a 3-2 count. Ezequiel Tovar, 1-1. Oh, he gets disarmed. Bat, but farther than the ball did. Look at this. Whoa! Watch out. Souvenir. Happens to the best of us. Now a 1-2 count, trying to make contact this time. And Jarvis pitches in and won't even swing it. So back-to-back eventful pitches for Tovar. And he's set down on strikes. Looking this time. Never want to do that. Zach Veen checking in. 0 for 2 on the day. This time, first at bat against Jarvis. And he'll beat him. This goes over the head of Lawler. And throw comes into third base. 2 runners on now. A little 2-out rally forming for the Rockies. Stephen Kwan, however, kills any sense of that. He pops this one up. And that will do it for the inning. Rockies threatened, but no one comes around. We're still tied as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Drew Jones, Jake McCarthy, and Ketel Marte will be our batters, and they'll face off against Vinny Garcia, who comes in for the 3rd time. The trade acquisition from Toronto many moons ago. Doing very well in his second stint with us. Gives up a leadoff base hit, however. As Jones getting on to start things and sets the table for the top of the order. McCarthy set down. Marte is going to watch Jones get thrown out trying to take second base. Langoliers says, Moreno, anything you can do, I can do better. He gets a big throw down and guns down the runner. And base runners wiped out here in the 7th. And Marte probably would have ended up as a double play ball, but now just ends up as a singular out. And that will do it for the 7th inning. We're still tied. Still plenty of ball game left to play. Rockies, Diamondbacks don't get much better than this. Top 8 now and make it mid-8 as Chisholm goes down swinging. The Rockies offense in these later innings, it's been concerning. In game 1, he got a few runs on some home runs early and then just didn't form any offense late. Here, same thing. Got all your runs in the first couple of innings. Offense dies down late. Brendan Barrera comes in. He's been fine coming in. Actually hasn't allowed a hit to a righty yet. Has been giving up hits to lefties, which is awkward and weird and not fun and bad. Does get Corbin Carroll swinging here on a nasty slider. Just had no chance on it. Let's watch it one more time. Barrera, yeah, this ball, he thought it was fastball. He swung way early out of his shoes. You don't get players like Corbin Carroll to look that bad too often, so you need to really rub it in when they're like that. Barrera powers it past Lawler, and that will do it here for the 8th inning. We're going to the 9th inning, still tied 4-4. Extras potentially, we'll have to see. New pitcher's going to be Adbert Alzolay. The closer's going to come in here for the 9th inning to keep this one tied. A lot of teams will do this, bringing in their closer. We just did it last game. Bringing in our closer early to get some pretty important outs that we needed. Langolier starts it off with a single, 1 out in the inning, and now 1 base runner on. Rockies trying to pick up a run here. They don't want to go to extras. They want to end things here and now. Fernandez, he walks. 2 on now. Tovar coming up. Tovar sitting down. Punched out for the 2nd straight at bat on sliders on the outside part of the zone. But watch it, very identical, very similar to the pitch he struck out with earlier against Bryce Jarvis. Now it comes down to Zach Veen, who's gotten timely hits, and he goes down looking. Back-to-back big strikeouts from Adbert Alzolay. And it keeps this thing tied as we head to the bottom of the 9th. We need extras now. Back-to-back insides or sliders on that part of the plate. Gets the righty, then the lefty. And the Diamondbacks trying to win it. Riley Pint, they're going to have to try to win it off. 4 2/3. He's been shut down, locked down, pitched in game 1 of this series, 1 inning. And it was great. Alec Thomas. Liner, Adele Amador, caught it in a perfect 9th inning for Pint. Free baseball here at Chase. 4-4 Rockies Diamondbacks. Been deadlocked at this score for a minute. Kyle Nelson yet to give up a postseason earned run. 2 games, 4 innings. 23% strikeout rate. No hits given up against lefties. Here we go. Stephen Kwan. Saving for his best for here. Dumps it down just fair. This is going to rattle up by that bullpen. And into second base safely is Stephen Kwan. Lead off double, just what the doctor ordered. First hit given up on this postseason to a lefty by the lefty Kyle Nelson. Amador, he likes hitting lefties. This one's high. This one's deep. This one's gone! Adael Amador, home run and extras, 2 batters, 2 extra base hits, 2 runs for the Rockies. My, oh my, this team has a flair for the dramatic. Close game 1 has come through time and time and time again the last couple of years. It seems like every time we're down by 1, tied, down by 2, or runners in scoring position in the 7th inning or later, it is our ball game to win. Did end up giving up a little bit of a lead, but came back and took it right here. Amador blossoming into a superstar right before our very eyes. And just like Tovar last year, the price is going up for Amador. Christian Mena comes in after they chased Nelson out of the game. His first postseason appearance, got a whole bunch of innings out of the bullpen as one of their mop-up guys / multi-inning relievers. And he has to face off against Nolan Gorman, who goes down on this inside curveball. Right to second base, over to first. Amador crushes one. And it's 6-4 Rockies offense. Taken out of the skid on that pitch alone. And just like that, it's Spire coming on out. 2 for 2 on saves. Was brought in a more precarious situation yesterday. Got a couple of big outs against the lefties. Just what they needed. Drew Jones. He'll start off his 10th inning with a single. So not quite the damage that Quan led off the inning with, but a big single and a base runner for the Diamondbacks. Jake McCarthy, the lefty, doesn't do too well against lefties, but this one just finds eyes. Big throw from Veen, and just like that, 2 runners on. And the cigarette's starting to get pulled out all over the state of Colorado. Spire against Marte. Not what you want. He loves lefties. He loves these clutch situations. He delivers 3 straight singles given up by Spire and the speed of Jones. And it's not looking great, folks. Arizona trying to come back and win this one, and they're in prime position to do it. Ketel Marte comes through again. He loves clutch situations. And 3 straight singles and a run given up by Spire. Now Corbin Carroll. He's no stranger to the big moment. He has some speed on, and this will be a twin killing. Over to first, and even with Corbin Carroll's speed, they still have enough to get him. Great flip with the glove by Tovar. We'll get one more look at it. Look at Tovar. Carroll hit sharply, fielded, flipped right in one motion, and Amador enough arm strength. And even with how hard that ball was hit, it took a half a step. And that's all it was between Corbin Carroll in and out. Naylor pops it up. It's deep on the warning track, and the Rockies win. Adael Amador plays hero. Pitching staff was great. Bullpen came through and threw up zeros. And just like that, the Rockies up 2-0 and take home field advantage away from the Diamondbacks. This team has been so fun. Bud Leonard up and down, but did get 10 strikeouts, only 4 earned runs, fought 5 innings, 4 earned. And again, count was just so high that they had to go out and chase them out early. And that's a big win from the Rockies. Got dicey towards the end there. And maybe we look at Gabe Spire, maybe his role changes, but and it is Amador 1 for 5, and that one hit mattered. Gorman, Tovar, and Veen, the only ones without a hit today. Actually, only Gorman and Tovar, excuse me. Home runs by Amador and Yanquiel, and that's what our bullpen did. Just 1 run given up past Leonard's 4. Offense for the Diamondbacks, again, on paper, maybe even a little bit better than ours. 3 hits by Drew Jones. We talked about how hot he was coming into this series. Stays hot here after a pretty pedestrian Game 1. A double from him, a double from Rengifo, home run by Thomas, RBIs by McCarthy, Ketel Marte, Moreno, and Thomas. Spot had 4 runs. Bryce and Alzolay, no runs given up, but it was Kyle Nelson to give up a 2-run home run to Adael Amador. And now we are back in Colorado, where the last time we saw the Rockies at home, they were walking it off against the Cubs. Now they have a chance to go up 3-0 against the Arizona Diamondbacks, the number 2 seed in the National League side of the postseason bracket. As postseason baseball back in Colorado again after returning for the first time in 10 seasons this year. We had our first 2 games. We had 2 games here against the Cubs. And we're going to have at least 2 games here again, and guaranteed to have at least 3 games. Or at least 2 games, but you know what I'm trying to say. If we need it, we're going to have 3 games here in Colorado. 3, 4, and 5. 5 being, if necessary, 1-run games in both of them. And again, we just had the flair from the dramatic, a flair for winning those close games. And it's going to be Jesus Luzardo, our ace, the guy that we signed to go out and win these ball games, to start these ball games. We asked him to come out and help mentor these young guys to be that driving force. He's done nothing but that. 2 games started, 14 innings, 3.21 ERA, rock solid. Hasn't been walking many guys. It's been all good here for Luzardo. Ketel Marte was actually going to start this game off with a single after a dive from Amador, and we are underway here in Colorado. Marte starts things off with a single that just gets through. Watch this. This one just teasing Amador. Slowed down around the grass, but not slowed down enough apparently. As we got a base runner on, Jordan Lawler, who hits lefties exceptionally well, takes a strike. Marte is out. Slides feet first. Maybe if he goes head first, he's in there. But not in this case, as Langoliers gets another victim. He has a big, big, big arm. I'm just surprised people keep thinking they can run on him. And I don't know, it looked like Marte was safe actually from here. But they call him out, they review it. He is out, and hey, I'll take it. Corbin Carroll, however, does not want the inning to end. He gets into second base with his speed, and it's a runner on second base now in scoring position for the Diamondbacks. Naylor, he is going to draw a walk. So a shaky first inning for Luzardo, who's been just, again, like we said, so solid all postseason. Rengifo, good against lefties as well. He pops this one up. And that will do it for the away half of the first. Home team coming up in just a moment. Kwan, Amador, Jones when we return. Pitcher on the bump for Arizona is Michael King. 7 2/3 in his only postseason appearance. 2.35 ERA. So what's that? 2 runs given up in that time. 5 strikeouts. And got a lot of balls in play. So hopefully we can take that to our advantage here as we start off game number 3 with a walk. Adael Amador, the hero of game 2. He's going to watch that pitch go by. And Kwan is out. I think that's the last 4 steal attempts combined, all been caught stealing. And a team that is something we wanted to do more. We wanted to steal more as a team over the last couple of years. We have finally put together a team that does. However, Don't want to get caught stealing in this situation, especially in the playoffs where outs are extremely valuable and important. Amador gets out, and now Nolan Jones will ground out in a clean first inning for both sides as we head into the second, tied at 0. King allows one base runner, but gets him out on the caught stealing. More traffic on the base paths for Arizona, so we'll see what they do with their second chance up. One out, Brent Rooker, he's up, and he is lifting off. Chisholm chasing it down. This is going to be off the wall. Again, Rooker hits lefties especially well, and he slides in head first safely with a double. Rooker came over from Oakland. He had a really solid season with Arizona and having a great postseason. Drew Jones gets tied up with the slider inside and keep the runner at bay at second base. So a big strikeout for Luzardo and keeps his Rockies in it. Still nothing, but more hits and more base runners for the Diamondbacks. Nolan Gorman saws off his bat, and that will be out. Can't buy a hit. Gorman, the NL MVP, just cannot seem to get going this postseason. Did have a stretch where he hit a couple home runs and really had, I think, one good game where he had multiple hits, a couple extra base hits. And look at this Rengifo throw. It didn't look all too taxing, but he pumped that thing up 91 miles per hour over to first base. That's pretty impressive. Langoliers will end the inning after a acrobatic leaping catch by Josh Naylor. And that will do it for this inning. And some highlight defensive plays at the corner. First Rengifo strike, then Naylor's leap. And we keep the Rockies out of the hit column off the board yet again. Clean inning for Luzardo brings up Zach Veen here. 2 outs in the inning. And he finally laces this one down the line. This will be a double. Rattles around in that corner. Carroll gets to it quickly, throws it in, but does not have the strongest of arms. And Veen is standing up with a double. Kwan, however, cannot bring him home with a 2-0 count. Gets a pitch he likes, but can't do anything with it. So we finally get a hit, but base runner back on for the second time today, but nothing to show for it. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Rengifo made a good defensive play earlier, now trying to come through offensively. That hits him on the hip. Slider got away from Luzardo. He'll put a runner on. 3-2 count, 2 out. Rooker, he'll watch that one for ball 4. So now 2 runners on by the hit by pitch and then the free pass. Gurriel Jr. 0 for 1 today. 66 pitches so far for Luzardo, and this pitch hangs up just enough for Kwan to go and track it down. Again, more base runners, but the Diamondbacks, who it seems like offensively just feel like they're getting to the ball more, have more hits through 3 games, way more hits through 3 games than the Rockies, yet we have more runs, have way more base runners than we do, yet we've just been getting them home. That's just been the big difference. Situational hitting, the key to this series, and we get a leadoff double from Amador. Cannot squander this opportunity, put runs on the board. Runner on third base now after the ground out by Jones, and then Chisholm watches a sinker at the knees for strike number 3. Nolan Gorman, need a hit from you here, big fella. Can we get it? No, we cannot. A leadoff double, all for nothing. And the Rockies offense just goes through too many stretches. It's boom or bust. It's either a big explosive inning or a home run here or there or nothing. And that scares you a little bit. The pitching has been incredible through the, 10 or so games we played so far. The offense needs to come through. Langoliers says, all right, let's try this again. He'll lead off the 5th with a double. Throw comes in the cutoff man. He's standing up. Please, we need to bring in Langoliers. Just like before, ground ball gets him over to third base. Tovar, you are tasked. And he says, I don't give a fuck where he's standing. We're all coming home. Coors! Home run, Ezekiel Tovar. 2-0 Rockies, and we take the lead again. Strike first for the third straight game, and we've won the previous two. Tovar, his second home run of this postseason. And we are on the board. Finally, that big hit crushed into the night. See all the fans behind them. What a picture. 4:35. Langoliers comes home, and it is 2-0 Rockies. Quan 3-2, 2 out, trying to keep this inning alive. Michael King tries to get out of it, and it's that slurve up at the eyes. Puts Quan on for the second time today. 2 walks giving up by King, both drawn by Stephen Quan. Amador beats it into the ground, and throw on from second base is in plenty of time to end the inning. Tovar puts his stamp on this 5th inning. We're in the late game now, looking to go up 3-0 against number 2 seeded Arizona, NL West champion Arizona. And we are having ourselves a ball. Jones will lead off the 6th inning with a walk. So we saw a lot of Jesus Luzardo in the beginning of this game, but he has come through. And we finally see him at 105 pitches as we are through the midpoint of the 7th inning. So nothing came of that Jones walk. But Luzardo comes through and has been flying through the rest of this game. It seems like he's gotten better as the day has gone on. Most of that action with those 4 hits in the hit column all coming earlier in the ball game. He has really hunkered down towards the late part of it. Kyle Nelson, not a great time for him last game. Gave up that home run to Amador in the 10th. Now faces the Rockies here in the 7th inning, trying to keep things where they are. And so far has gotten the first 2 outs, trying to get Zach Veen. Lay out for it is Rengifo. He throws over, and Veen in there. Plenty of time. Can't make the second web gem. And Veen is on. Quan still looking for a hit. Has gotten on twice via 2 walks. Hasn't gotten too many hits this postseason. That will continue here as he grounds out to end the inning. 2 more innings left. 2 more chances for the Diamondbacks as we have finally overtaken them in hits. And obviously have that 2-run lead. Luzardo still out there. Carroll not going to give him a squeaky clean 8th inning. And with that hit, Luzardo is going to be taken out of the game. Over 100 pitches. They're letting him go until a base runner got on. Carroll was the man. Naylor should be up next, and Luzardo gets a big hand from the Colorado faithful who watched him pitch. And we're going to bring on Spire early. Again, trying to get the lefty and then finish this game off. Trying to go for the 4-out save if he can. 3.60 ERA now after things got dicey in Game 2. And I'll check over on Corbin Carroll. He's in there in plenty of time. Definitely want to control the base paths. 1 steal, and he's scoring easily on anything. Naylor, first pitch he sees. This is high. This is deep. Quan right against the wall, and it's caught. That's it for the 8th. Luzardo gets us most of the way there. And then Spire finishes the job. He'll be back out for the 9th. Amador, Jones, Chisholm Jr. try to get some insurance runs if they can. Christian Mena is going to come out. Got 2 outs. His first postseason appearance against us earlier in the series. Let's see what he has in the tank for game number 3. Chisholm got the first two guys out. Jazz, first pitch swinging, beats it into the ground. And it'll be Lawler over to first base. And we are in the ninth inning now. Spire out there. He's going to try to get 3 outs, keep this game 2-0, and Rockies try to take a 3-0 lead. See if they can do it. Rengifo, single. And again, cigarettes everywhere are starting to be smoked in Colorado. Contreras, who hits lefties extremely well, is going to fish this one in again. Palms are sweating. The forehead starting to hurt. Spire does not make it easy. 3-2 against Brent Rooker. And Rooker strikes out on the fastball high and in. Tosses the bat, upset himself. Spire gets a huge out here, and now a ground ball wins it. However, a long ball gives them the lead. Gurriel, definitely capable of that. And he will walk. Did have Bo Brisky warming earlier, but we're going to bring in Roger Calderon. Calderon started our season as the closer and didn't get very far in that endeavor about the first month or two. We're going to bring him in. McCarthy in for speed. Jones. Pitch to him is in the ground. Amador flips. Tovar to first. That's over. Rockies win. 3-0 lead. Colorado 1 win away from a World Series. Can you believe it? Getting in my Joe Castiglione bag. And the Rockies, the improbable season. 5th place finishes for 4 straight seasons. They make the necessary moves. And they are now 1 win away from joining whoever, whether it be Boston, whether it be Minnesota, for the World Series. Again, can you believe it? The fight from this team has been sensational. Tel Marte a hit, Corbin Carroll 2 hits, Contreras 2 hits. 7 total, 11 strikeouts, however. Corbin Carroll, Brent Rooker with doubles. That was it. No runs come across the score. King, 2 runs in 6 innings. Nelson, Mena, perfect 1 inning pitched. Kwan, a couple of walks, a couple strikeouts for Amador and Chisholm. Veen, a double. Home run from Tovar, which was the difference. Amador and Langelier's doubles. Luzardo, 10 strikeouts. Pretty much perfect all day. And again, we are 1 win away from the World Series. I can't believe it. We'll see you tomorrow night trying to close out the Arizona Diamondbacks from Coors Field. Everything we could have dreamed about and more.